Hey Ubers, how you doing? Well, I've got a tip that I want to talk a bit about first that I discovered this week. As some of you have tried the image transfer technique that I've featured a couple of times on my videos, and you know, there's been reports by some of you that it doesn't work. Now, it works for me. Well, it did work for me until I recently discovered why it's probably not working for some of you. And let me give you a little bit of background. So last week I ran out of overhead transparency film. So I went to the store where I always buy it, and to my shock horror, they'd discontinued the brand that I always buy. So I was like, oh my god, why did you do that? Because, you know, it worked perfectly. So I bought another brand. I bought a brand especially for my HP printer, and you know, I did everything that I normally do and it didn't work. In fact, I couldn't get the image to release properly, and as a result I sort of, I ruined the work, but I turned it around because I really love how it turned out anyway, because that's the latest plexiglass. But so I was like, oh my god, why didn't that work? And then I sort of thought about it. I thought, well, I compared a piece of this new stuff that I was using to the old stuff that I had, and this is what I've discovered. Okay, with the transparency film that works really well, you can hardly feel the coating on it. There's no real texture. It almost just feels like the plastic film. Because for those of you that don't know how transparency film works, is on one side of the plastic there's like this really fine coating of some sort of texture that obviously the ink sticks to when you're running it through your printer, otherwise it wouldn't. The ink would just run off the plastic, so you're obviously going to have some sort of coating that absorbs the ink. And when you put glue on it and then put it down onto your surface and leave it dry and then pull it off, the glue obviously sticks to the bottom of the transparency adhesive, and then it pulls off the plastic. But what I've found with this new stuff that I've tried is the texture is actually quite rough. It's a lot thicker. It's like they've applied the coating of that film much thicker, and you can really feel the texture of it. It's almost like superfine sandpaper texture. So, so what I'm thinking is obviously that the thinner you have the coating, and that if you can hardly feel it, the better chance you have of it lifting off the transparency film. And so the brand that I've been using has been discontinued, it looks like it, because they've changed to another brand. So I've got a packet of, well, I've got the labels, the container label of my one that always works for me, and I've looked online and it seems that they have it, but it looks like they've given it a new look, as in a new box. So I'm just going to order some and find out if it is exactly the same stuff, and hopefully it is. So yeah, so that's a little discovery I found out. So if your transparency isn't, if you're doing an image transfer and it's not working, it comes down to your transparency film, and you need to try and find a film which has the most finest coating of whatever it is they put on there to make your ink stick. Got it? Good. Over it. So I've been yeah, on the plexiglass train, and I made this one, which I'm really happy about. It's yeah, it's fun. I'm really getting into this torn, ripped and decayed look of paper, and that's what this sort of has underneath. You know, there's all raw bits that are come off and they're away, and it's torn and ripped, and I've done lots of like little drawings on them, and you know, little squiggles here and there, and I really like it, and it's something I'm going to pursue more and more. This whole decayed and whatever. Another one that I made as well. This one is called Bone Desert, and it's actually inspired by George O'Keeffe, mainly because, well, she lived in the desert and she had bones and that in her work, and I just really liked the feel of her. I really like the feel of her stuff. So even though this doesn't look like it's anything to do with her, it is. It's inspired by her. It's inspired by the desert and the bones, and I like it. I like it. So that's another. Those two are new ones. I'm releasing a limited edition range of fridge magnets. I'm only going to release 20 per month. I've got a current series that I've just started this month called, it's all about the forgotten and the nameless characters that I come across, that I find in vintage photos or on graves that are unmarked. And I've been creating a series of artworks based on that theme. So I've been making them into fridge magnets. So this is the first one in the series, and it's called Outward In. I've only got a couple left because I've pretty much sold them all. There's 18, like I said, I'm releasing 18 at a time. So there's still a couple left if any of you want to get your hands on one. Just go to my website. If you look in the shop under fridge magnets, you'll find it. So next month I'll be releasing obviously another one, and then, like I said, there's going to be a series of 9. Why 9 and not 10? Well, I love odd numbers, so 9's a good number for me, so I'm going to release 9. So that's that. What else? Okay, today I attacked my 2 latest large canvas works, and I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so this is the smallest of the big ones, and what I've done is I added the drips today, and I also added some skeletons in, and I started to do some drawings, just drawing down here with a red pastel, and just some more drawings in some Japanese script down there. So, you know, I'm sort of building up lots of layers, and I'm going to start to add more stuff and take things out, and I've started to add lots of little doodle drawings, yeah, I'm sort of happy how that's evolving, so we'll see where that's going to go. And with the really big one, what I've done is I've just added these drips in as well. I've sort of blended them, some over the top and some underneath. So once again, I'm sort of trying to create this curtain. It's almost like a curtain, like a veil, coming forward and then going back. So I'm trying to have these 2 halves of the canvas that are slightly different to each other, and your eyes are going to work in different places, like into the background and come forward, and it's going to be like some sort of big enchanted garden where these creatures come out. And like I said, it's been influenced by the kiss, and this creature is going to end up kissing this creature, and yeah, it's coming along, getting there. Anyway, in conclusion, that's all I wanted to say really. Next video coming up will be my challenge piece for the winner takes all challenge that's going on between me and Bill Flowers, or the snake artist. So that should be fun. I'm pretty happy with how my pieces turned out. I think it's bloody fantastic. No! Anyway, have a great week. It's going to be pissing down raining all week here, so you know, what a great summer we've had. It's been raining for most of it. But let me play the violin. Whatever. Anyway guys, have a great week. I will be in touch soon. Later!